Hi, good morning. Today with us we have Vidyarashmi. She graduated from CFAL 2019 and she joined IISER Trivandrum. Very few students from Mangalore go to pure sciences, to Indian of Sciences, IISERs, CMI, Indian Statistical Institute. And the objective of this interview is to tell you the prospects and the opportunities and the campus life in IISERs. So, Vidyarashmi, thank you for taking the time to come to CFL after so many years. We are deeply grateful to you. So, cut to the chase, okay? You were in 2019, you probably had opportunities through engineering to everything. Tell me what you had.
So, I had written both JEE Mains, Advanced, NEET, and also I had written KVPY.
Okay.
So I qualified most of them. Like KVPY, I got it in SX 2018, and I also cleared JEE Mains, and I qualified for Advanced, and I also wrote NEET. So the thing is, through JEE Mains, I got a seat in NITK Surathkal, and through NEET, I also got an MBBS seat. And I also wrote the IISER aptitude test in June 2019 and I cleared that. And I also had written the NIISER Bhubaneswar NEST exam and I qualified for that as well.
Yeah. So we pretty much had the chance to go throughout the country.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Why IISER?
So the thing is, back in my 11th and 12th, I like everyone else, I thought, okay, JEE Mains, NEET are the two main options I had.
Yeah.
So then I started studying for that. Then in CFL, we used to have this coaching for Bio Olympiad at one point, I think when I was in 11th. And that was when I realized there's actually beauty in biology, like in molecular biology or even in large scale ecology or something. Then I was like, okay, this is interesting, might as well explore a little more about that. And at the right time in CFL, they had put an advertisement for Open Day in NCBS Bangalore. And so NCBS is Pure Science Institute, which is mainly run by Tata Foundation.
Yeah.
And I realized, okay, this is a really good institute. Might as well go there and explore what the institute is all about.
Okay.
So me and my friend from CFL here, we went to NCBS when I was in my 12th. And it's mainly a bio-based research institute, and there were people from every lab setting up a stall and saying what they are researching about, what they are studying about, and there were even professors who were interacting with school students. And this is when I realized, okay, I am meant for this. I really want to do this. And there were a professor was there, he was explaining to me about how he does work on how insects fly, why insects fly, the neuro connection behind the flying. So this got me really interested. Then in CFL, Vineet sir was there and he was talking about birds. And this was when I got really interested. Okay, a single organism can show so much diversity. There's something really great behind it. So why not explore it? Because I realized what I truly like rather than doing JEE or just NEET.
Engineering.
Yeah, and NEET engineering, everyone does it. Might as well do something different.
Need some diversity in the society, right? Sure. So it's interesting that, that was the year that we had so many students, not so many students, interesting students going to, Cambridge, going to IISERs, going to CMI. I think one of the things that I want to tell you about the change in CFL is, in the initial years, there was a craze to go only to the IITs, only to the, an ITK. It was called KRC when I was there. But what I'm seeing right now is, over the years, that even the students qualify for an IIT or qualify for an IIT Surathkal, they're willing to pursue their interests more than just go to a college because it's got such a good brand name. You can see examples here. Now, what is interesting is when I spoke to Vidya, is the opportunities that are there in IISERs, which I also was not aware of. So with this discussion here is, how is IISER Trivandrum nurturing the students out there? So what is your experience? How are the seniors out there? How are the professors out there? How's the campus like?
So the seniors are really great because they don't have this feeling that, okay, they are just young kids, they're not going to do anything. They're not like that. They helped us. Okay, this is the research lab, this is how you apply, these are the labs available. You can try this prof. And they taught us from the basics, like how do you approach a professor? How do you write a formal email? How do you ask for an internship? At what times can you ask an internship? So because of this, we have been trained very well. And we aim to give that to our juniors as well. And there are a lot of juniors, really enthusiastic juniors, and we feel happy that, okay, people are coming, people are understanding the importance. And we try our best as seniors right now to help them get the same training that we got from our seniors. Well, coming for professors there, we have a huge, diverse range of professors from either math, physics, or biochemistry. There are professors from everywhere, and the professors are top notch. And I'm really grateful to be studying under them, working for them in that particular field of research.
What I was surprised is, when you look at the fees at IITs, it's probably around 4 lakhs per year. NITs around 3.5. I asked Vidya what the fees in IISER is. IISER is higher than, it's in the centrally funded institutes. And I was surprised to find out it was just 40,000 per semester. And being a KVPY scholarship is pretty much paying nothing for tuition fees. If you were in the US, and if you were anywhere in Europe or something, you would have been paying like $20,000 a year. So just a privilege to, just a fortune. I think students should understand that you get access to wonderful labs, wonderful campuses, faculties from around the world, students from around the country, and a great social life, in an IISER. So that is my pitch for an IISER. So what is your pitch for an IISER?
So IISER is great. It's inside a forest, and since I do some sort of bird watching, I was like, okay, this is a great place for me. I'm gonna stay here for the whole 5 years, and I'm very expert. That was really great. And we have inter-college events, intra-college events, dance programs, and everything. And monthly once we have this thing called open mic, where everyone just get together, sit with the mic set, dance, sing, have fun. And that's really great to get to know one another. And the seniors again, they're super chill. You can go up to them anytime. They're like, oh, come, we'll have fun, we'll talk. And that's really great. And because of this, there's no barrier, even between classmates. Initially, there was a language barrier, but then we realized it's fine. Who cares? It's funny. Then, since there are people from everywhere, it was really good to get to know them.
So, Vidya, let's get to the the topics related to why I would recommend students going to, or we would recommend at CFAL going to pure sciences compared to just in engineering. So first thing is, let's look at how a student develops in an IISER or a pure science college like CMI, Indian Statistical Institute, Indian Science, etc. How do you think you'll put that?
So, I am not really aware of the courses in different institutes, but I can tell about in my institute, IISER Trivandrum. So the thing is, we have a 5-year course that is integrated BSMS. So by the end of 5 years, you will have a dual degree course.
Yes.
So the thing is, first 2 years, you will be given a foundation course where you will be taught about all the subjects, physics, math, chemistry, and biology. Then the next 2 years, you will be doing your major studies. Since I'm a biology major, I had to take up a lot of courses on biology. And the last year, the 5th year, is where you do your master project, where the entire year you're in a research lab getting hands-on experience on all the lab techniques and all the experimental designs, basically what is required to be a good scientist. So this is really good because in the first 2 years, you get a flavor of different fields in science. Let's say someone who just graduated 12th is not really sure what they want to do. But in this first 2 years, they get an idea. Okay, in this subject, there are these things. And maybe in the first 2 years, people are able to do a solid decision that I want to do this major. I have seen my friends who, while coming from 12th, they're like, oh, I want to take chemistry. But they end up taking mathematics because they found their true passion in that.
And that flexibility that is there.
Yes, exactly. In the first 2 years. This also gives rise to the opportunity of integrated science, like interdisciplinary science. You are taught coding or let's say some mathematical tool in the first 2 years, which you, even if you don't take up math in your major, you can use that for your bio project. I'm a data science minor right now. and I'm doing my data science minor project in biology.
Okay.
But I'm using a lot of coding and some mathematical tools which I have learned in my foundation, and I'm using it here. So these days, science is not just single, it's not alone.
Yeah.
Because if you know coding,
Yeah.
you can go very far ahead.
Yeah.
And IISER, they make sure that you gain all these skills in your first 2 years so that it will be beneficial for your future. And IISER Trivandrum has come up with this new course called I2 Science, that is integrated science. So the main aim is that you gain skills so that it will be useful for the industrial community. So that like let's say biology, you know how to do image analysis, how to do pharmaceutical analysis. So this increases your chance of getting a job in, let's say, a huge R&D company. Like, and chemists, they can also go to pharmaceutical companies. Mathematics, data science people, they can get a data scientist position in a company such as Goldman Sachs or TCS. So the limit is not there. So they're just honing your skills so that you can either go as like a pure science or go to academics, or you can get a job.
So when talking about the prospects after finishing your 5-year degree, generally the notion is that only if I go to an IIT, only if I go to an IITK or triple IITs, I get a good job. When talking to Vidya here, that doesn't seem true. So Vidya, what are the prospects for a student from finishing a maths degree, a physics degree, or a biology degree, or a chemistry degree? Just in the brief, we don't have. Yeah.
So this mainly the academics. Like you can join back academics as probably a professor or assistant professor or something. Like this after finishing, most of the people, like 80%, what they do is that they finish their dual degree course. They do a PhD and they come back as like a professor in some institutes. That's one of the major ways. The other thing is that, let's say you are either working in cancer biology or plant biology. In biomajor, we can come join the industries. So there are a lot of agricultural industries who are always making sure that, okay, the next thing should be good, the next thing should be good.
Yeah.
There is a huge scope for this. You can always develop better. You can develop better tools. You can develop better cancer diagnostic tools. So there's a chance for, let's say, biomajor in that thing. Chemistry, obviously, there's a huge R&D department, pharmaceutical department, and they offer highly paying jobs. And many people take advantage of that. Then math, data science people, there's a huge opportunity in analytic major or a data scientist in companies such as Goldman Sachs or TCS. And people from our institute, many of them go for jobs after that. Many software companies also hire a pure mathematics student.
So now that we get to that if you're in chemistry major, you can pretty much get into an industry, that's pharmacy, chemical industry, and so on. The prospects are really good. Mathematics, you can get into any banking industry, software industry, and then biology majors can get into anything, right? Now, what about if you're doing your PhD? What about the scholarships out there? I heard that you have got a scholarship in your 4th year, for the internship, the TAD scholarship. So tell me about that scholarship and what are your plans after the 5th year?
Okay, so the thing is, since it's a 5-year course, it's highly advisable for students, especially in the 3rd and 4th year, to get internships elsewhere, because this really opens up like your horizon, probably to know how exactly research is done, not just in your home institute, but elsewhere. So because of that, there are a lot of scholarships offered by various institutes abroad for students so that they can go there, pursue their internship. So one of those things is one which I have received is called the DAD scholarship. It's offered by the German government. So the thing is, they fund you it's mainly for 3 months. So for 3 months, you can go to any institute in Germany and you can pursue your internship there. Then they provide, it's a fully funded scholarship from your travel to your visa to your health insurance, and also a daily stipend they provide. So I have received that scholarship and I'm going to Germany in the month of May, and I'll be there for 3 months getting a summer internship in the university, in Ruhr University of Posen. So this is not just the limit in
What a
Huh?
What about your German? Practicing your German a bit?
It's going on. Yeah, for social life, you need a lot of German. But research is mainly done in English, so that should not be a problem. Exactly. For buying groceries and stuff, I need to know a little bit of German and get it. Yeah, but then there are also a lot of other universities providing such scholarships. Like how that is for Germany, there's also this thing called Corona Fellowship, which is offered by the Indian and the US government. It's a collab. This is for bio people. For physics, there are different things. For math, there are different things. For bio, it's the Corona Fellowship, which is offered again 3 months. You can be in any American university and pursue that. Then different institutes have different things. So if you want to get your internship in Asia, there's this thing called Amgen Scholars, which is hosted by NUS, National University of Singapore, University of Tokyo, Kyoto University, and everything like that. The thing is, these are all really competitive internship because there are really great students from everywhere applying for them. Yeah. So you just need to have a really good CV and a really good CGPA to be eligible for most of them.
The CGPA is for 4 years.
Yeah, they have the cumulative grading for 4 years and they keep doing that. The thing is, CGPA, it matters, but not a lot. So as long as your CGPA is above 8.5, you're good to go. You can apply for a lot of things, even for PhD. You can, there's usually a cutoff, but above 8.5 would fetch you a really good position anywhere.
So you are planning to do your PhD?
Yes.
Where are you applying to?
So the PhD applications usually start in early of your 5th year. So you need
this year?
Yeah. I'll be starting my 5th year in August, so by then I should have a basic idea of what I want. So as of right now, I'm thinking of mainly research in the field I am working right now on mitochondria. But I'm also open to other fields because science is all about exploration. So I have some hopes in cancer research, so I probably might be applying for that as well.
Where will that be?
That depends on the university, the professor, and the work they're doing. As of now, I probably will be applying for the Ivy League colleges, and some of my seniors are in some really great institutes. So I have a senior in University of Washington, and Stokes University, and Max Planck. So they're all really great institutes. So I will be applying for them as well. And Harvard, one of our CFAL alumni is there. And it's a really good place, so I probably will apply for it. It's good in everything. Since many of the IISERs are inside the city as well, they have very good sports things. And we have coaching facility also for sports. In case you aren't really good at it, don't worry, we are there, can help you. And even same thing for culture. There are dance clubs, music clubs. If you have interest,
I think you so licensed in that. You did a good job. So I think anybody who's seeing this video would probably say, guys, I'm going to leave my IITs, I'm going to leave my NITs, and I'm going to join the IISERs after this, and I'm going to have a tough time convincing parents, please, it's okay, So you did a really good job. And when you were talking about this, I remember that you said there's a new branch called Science and Communication. Before I end this, let's talk about it and then.
So the thing is, science is not just limited to writing stuff. So the general public also needs to be communicated about the importance of science, the new innovations which is coming up in science. Let's say there's some new drug which a particular group have discovered or made. So they need to convey it to the general public. So that's when the science communication comes in handy. So let's say you are really interested in science, but you're also good at drawing. So make use of that. There are all these scientific journals which need illustrators, designers, because it's a general thing that you see a lot, understand a lot by a nice schematic diagram, and that's where science communication comes to use. And it's also a very good paying job, and many of institutes like IISER Pune and CBS, ISC have a very well established science communication departments. And many of IISER TV and alumni itself have gotten jobs there, and they're really happy with what they do because they get to work as science communicators, but they also get to explore their passion of probably drawing or P-Tech or
Combination of arts and
exactly. So it's like you don't have to leave anything behind just to pursue your passion. You can club both of them and doing something beautiful out of it while earning. So that's a beautiful thing.
I once again want to thank Vidyarashmi for coming and doing this interview. It's a lengthy video, so students, I want you to go down and write down the notes on it because it gives you a lot of information on the list of exams that you can give in pure sciences after your 12th. It gives you for example, the branches that you can get into in IISERs. It gives you the opportunities after you graduate if you want to join the industries after an IISER. It gives you information about the opportunities in PhDs and the scholarships that you can apply not only in Germany, in Europe, or in America, or in Asia, while you are doing or working in the IISERs. And in addition to that, it tells you about the social life and the life where the IISERs bloom you. And it may not be, unless you take down notes, you will not get all this information. But I want to thank Rashmi for giving all this information out in an hour and selling IISERs or selling the prospects of an IISER much better than I could ever do. Thank you.
Thank you.